Does your funding business currently feel like chaos? Do you have a clunky onboarding system? Are you having a hard time tracking your clients in the stages of optimization and business funding applications? Are your clients bombarding you with messages asking for updates? And do you have a hard time managing your team and delegating tasks? And you just wished you had a professional backend system that allowed you to easily manage your entire business? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna pull back the curtain and show you my entire backend system for automatically onboarding clients, giving them a smooth portal that you can use, your team can use, and they can interact with, as well as the entire team management and delegation system as well. So we're gonna pull it all back and I'm gonna show you the entire breakdown. All right, so let's go over the entire backend system here. This is the exact system that we install for our clients inside of Credit Coach Academy. So we have the company hub, the main area, the team to-dos, client tracking, client portals, client resources, onboarding, and client forms. So I'm gonna go in the order of the client journey. So whenever someone pays on Stripe, we have an automation that automatically sends them an email to the onboarding form right here. So within the onboarding, we're gonna have all the different steps on one main page. So this is a lot easier because a lot of different people try to onboard a new client with 5 different emails for the agreement, for the onboarding form, inviting them to book a call, right? Instead, we have everything on one page. So we have the welcome video, the onboarding form, the consulting agreement, book a call, and the thank you. Make sure you complete the tasks and go back if you haven't. Okay, so this is the first thing that the client sees whenever they first join. So we can see the exact format just like this. Then as they go through the steps, one of them will be the onboarding form. So they can complete the form, and then within Notion, we'll be able to find all the different forms right here. Okay, so onboarding for funding, we'll have it right there. Within there, we're gonna be asking for their business information, personal information, the credit report, upload, download as well. Okay, so we can get the entire view here from our clients. And then as well, during the onboarding form, we'll be asking them to fill out the agreements as well. And as soon as they fill out the agreement, that's when I consider them to be an official client. So now we have an automated trigger that adds them to the client tracking. Okay, so at this point, your client paid you on Stripe. It automatically sent them the onboarding funnel right here. They're completing the steps. At every single stage, you're getting a ping notification inside of Slack. I like to use Slack for basically all things running my business and notifications. Throughout the process here, they're getting the onboarding form filled out. You're notified and you can check that out. They're signing the agreement. That's also going to notify you and it'll add them to the tracker. They'll also be able to book a call. Okay, so basically all different steps here to get added to your system. So whenever someone actually fills out the agreement, they'll get added to the overall client tracking. And depending on what payment link they actually paid for, it'll either be signed up for a credit repair client or a business funding client, and they'll be starting through the prep stage. We have 3 different types of stages here. We have the credit repair, we have business funding prep, business funding, they're actually going through funding, and then a 4th one, which is just done, completed client that we can move to the bottom right here. Okay, and so once we have this as well, we also have the trigger to grant them access to a client portal. Like I said, it becomes very easily chaotic in your business if you're using Google Docs, Excel sheets everywhere, trying to find links. I have clients join my Credit Coach Academy program and they want me to review their client's borrower profile and get them ready for funding, which I'm happy to do, but we're trying to coordinate all the different information. They have like Excel sheets everywhere. It's hard to find it. Instead, that's why we use this portal to easily manage our clients. So right now, in one spot, you'll have all the different clients lined up right here. So basically, whenever someone fills out the agreement, it'll create this client portal. All right, so we have an automated template here set up. So I'm gonna create a brand new portal right now. Just one click of a button. It's going to populate my template. And here it is. Okay, so I'll delete that last demo one. Here we go, client portal. We're just gonna call this maybe Susie. Okay, so now Susie just joined our program. She was automatically added here to the client tracking, right? This will become a prep client. It'll add the dates as well. And now we have the portal already set up. And now this is the portal that we use. So instead of having to manage all these different links within this software, Notion, we're able to click through and very easily click through clients. All right. And so once we have this portal set up, we will be sharing this portal with the team. We can share it with Susie as well, right? It's very easy. We just type in Susie's name right here at Gmail, and we'll share their access. Okay, you could just make this like a can edit right there. And boom, now we have Susie's access inside the portal. And so within here, we have a get ready for funding stage. So this is when we populate some specific tasks for Susie's actual condition. So with her credit reports, with her business setup. So we have a funding checklist that we're striving to check off. So based on her credit report and her form, right, we have Susie's onboarding form inside of here. We'll be looking over all the information, looking over her credit report. And with that, we'll be setting up her get ready for funding, okay? That's like phase one, get ready for funding and making sure she has the perfect borrower profile. I call it the Cinderella profile, okay? The perfect princess, I guess. So with that, we'll be basically picking and choosing what we want. So here we have a basic template just to kind of show Susie when we hop on the onboarding call how the portal kind of works. But we also have custom pre-made SOPs that we've also built out. So basically, me running this business for the past 4 years, these are all the most common roadblocks that we've run into when it comes to preparing a client for funding. So removing auto loan inquiries, removing a fraud alert, removing inquiries, getting a personal loan and paying down some debts, getting more personal cards, adding an authorized user account. So really every single thing. And so let's go back to Susie right here. And let's assume that we're looking over her credit profile. Okay, we're just going to clear this out. We're looking over her credit profile, and right now she needs to wipe out inquiries. Okay, she needs to remove Experian inquiries. She needs to add an authorized user account because she doesn't have a high limit personal credit card and she doesn't have an LLC. So we're going to start a brand new LLC. So how do I populate a custom made tasks for Susie now too? Okay, well for this, I'm going to go into the client resources. We're going to grab the right tasks here. So let's say Experian inquiries, authorized user. That's it for the personal credit. We're going to duplicate those. And then we're going to add them over. Once it's ready, here we go. We'll move them to the Susie optimization. And then we're going to open up a new LLC. So there's obviously more tasks as well, but I'll just focus on these 3 for now, just for the sake of this training right here in this example. So once we have that, we can also move it over to Susie's tasks. Here we go. Now we'll go over here, and Susie has a custom-made roadmap right here with only the tasks that she needs. But we have that full database of all the different tasks because in just the space of 15 seconds, I've also imported the most important trainings, right? So we have trainings that are built for basically all these different tasks. My ambition with this is the fact that I want to almost delegate the work to my client, because the more trainings, the better the trainings, the more instructions I give right here, just break it down step by step, the less questions they'll ask of me and the better results they'll get on their own. So that's why inside of Credit Coach Academy, my clients, I give this entire board. I give them all the different SOPs here for every single task so that they don't have to waste time even making these SOPs. They already have them. But if you do have some clients right now, you probably want to break down every single optimization task and either delegate it to your team or delegate it to your clients, because otherwise you're going to be stuck in the weeds very, very quickly. So once we have that, now we go back to Susie. Susie has her custom plan, right? But very quickly, I can go over to Sarah Jones. What's going on right here? We'll be tracking it. Susie can change the different status as well, right? So we can focus on what she needs help with. We can also add comments as well. So if we click right here, hey Alec, or Tommy Bahamas is my practice name. Tommy, I need help here, right? So then we could get a notification, so then you can communicate about the task. So this portal is a huge game changer. But that's just for optimization. And then once they actually get ready for funding, we have the entire funding template right here. Inside of here, you can track which banks you're applying to, the status. So are you planning on doing it? Have you already submitted it? Or you're talking to the RM and waiting to submit it? You submitted it. What's the result of the application? You can track how much you were approved for when you applied, right? So instead of going back and forth with your clients, Susie messaging you at 10 p.m. at night on a Sunday, looking for updates, she'll be able to log in to her portal right here. It's completely customizable. You can delete banks. You can add banks. You can comment as well if you want to give updates or information right here. Okay. And then we can also add a team button as well, which will be, I'll show you how to use all these different team management and tracking in a second here. But that's how we basically manage the clients. You can also add a call recording section. You can upload client documents at the bottom. Very, very easy. You just drag and drop and you can upload files. All right. But that's basically the client portal. Clients inside of my Credit Coach Academy also get a copy and paste template for the funding sequence as well. So they get the entire sequence with our entire list of about 20 banks that helps them get over 300K of funding for clients. Literally step-by-step breakdown. They'll just click on the bank. It'll say all the data points. So for Chase, for example, open biz checking, 5K, and wait 5 business days. Then data points. So we'll just say data points, revenue, personal income, right? We'll literally break down every single thing so that they know exactly how to apply. So they'll be logging in to my Legacy Strong workspace right here. We have a tab for getting the latest template. We change it every single week based on the latest updates. They just import it right here and they have the very latest funding sequence within 10 seconds that's uploaded and changed every single week. So that's basically how we run the client portals right there as well. So we have the client trainings, we have like different instructions for team on as far as like how to fix different situations. And depending on the task as well, you can create different forms. So if you want to have different done for you elements, like for example, if you want to provide a website template, you can add the form right here to the task inside of optimization. They fill out the form and that'll create a team to do right here. Okay. So that's how we do the clients right here. Again, very easily. Now on the client tracking, you'll automatically populate new clients. You can track when they joined, what stage of funding they're currently in, how much they got. You can even track invoicing as well. So if you're charging a percentage, you can, for example, change the formula right here and you'll be able to figure out exactly how much your client currently owes you. So if we were to do the formula breakdown, let's say you charge 8% funding, you would basically multiply 8% by the funding column minus how much they paid you. So for example, if you get your clients 223K and right now they've paid you $0, so they currently owe you 17K. They send you a payment for $4,000. Now they owe you $13,000. Okay, so you can keep track of all that as well. So then with the client portals, you can just click around. You can see exactly who needs what. You'll click around here. So if you're managing your clients, you're helping your clients, all you have to do is just keep track of this one tab, and that's it. So really, really easy. You can add your team to all these different client portals as well, so they'll be there to best support you. So then when it comes to team to-dos, that's a very important element of your business that you do want to successfully delegate, because the more you're stuck in the weeds of supporting your clients and tracking everything and doing all the minutia tasks like sending that website template or maybe removing inquiries for your clients, that's time taken away from your marketing, hopping on sales calls and growing the business. So now we need a team. Depending on the stage of growth, you will need different people. I actually have a video that breaks down the exact team you need and at the different stages of your business. So if you want to check that out, I'll drop that video above right here. But the most important thing here is trying to delegate as easily as possible as well. So within the client portals, right, one way that we automatically assign tasks right here to our team is going to be, for example, when we have these different client tasks. So if they click right here and if they want our template, they'll be able to fill out this form. And once they fill out the form, it'll automatically add the team to do. And it'll say client request website. And it'll automatically say the client as well. So we said Susie. And then you can automatically set it to perhaps your assistant as well. So now if someone fills out the form, now it automatically populates, okay, Susie needs a website template. Okay, so that's like for optimization right here. So if someone needs something, they just fill out a form, it adds to your team to-dos. For funding, you can also either add this task to your credit specialist so they can kind of manage themselves, or if you're a client success manager role, or if you have a client success manager, you can have this one team button right here. So what this does is that, for example, if we just submitted a Truist Bank application and we want to either call them to request a credit line increase, or if we want to maybe check and see how much the client was approved for so we can invoice correctly. So if you click on one of these buttons here to track it, you can click right here. It'll ask to confirm. It'll add the task automatically to your team to-do board. So if we go inside the team to-dos, it'll now say check app, Truist Bank, also approved. And then all you have to do here is just go in and maybe add the information for Susie. Okay? And then if I'm tracking something else, I'll come back inside of here. If I click on a pending application, it'll automatically track the pending, US Bank pending for Susie. And then I simply go into the team to-dos. And now we can see that we have the different tasks right there as well. And you can change the automation to also assign it automatically to someone. So if you have like a credit specialist or a client success manager, you can change this right here to say who it's for, and then just add that person. So very, very easily to change the updates right there. But basically, someone fills out a form, it creates a team to-do task. Someone clicks on this button right here, it requests the team to check on the application. And then one more way that you can also add these tasks automatically is if you want to add buttons to your client tracking as well. So you can have a check on client button right here. So if I click on Sarah Jones, that'll create a task. If you want to have like a done for you element right here, that's just client specific, not like bank specific, that you want to request yourself, not just a form for the client, you can click right here. You can completely change these as well. So I have it set for inquiry automation or inquiry removal as an example, but you can say client needs repair, right? So now we'll change that. We'll click right here. And then now if we go to the team to-dos, now we can see all these different automations pre-populating. So you're basically not having to scramble. You're not losing track of things. You have a team to-do board. Everyone has the one same viewpoint right here. The tasks are getting automatically added from your clients, from your client success manager, from your credit specialist. You can assign these tasks very easily so everyone knows what to do. So this is like the best management software and best management setup I've seen in the credit and funding space. So now, based on who has to do what, you can just assign tasks and people log in every morning and they just get after it. So really, really smooth process. And so then the last section I'll kind of go over here is going to be the company hub. So it's basically a one-stop shop for seeing everything inside of your business. So you can see all your current clients right here, which are basically correlated to this tab right here. You're just seeing it in the hub. The team to-dos, same thing. It's basically showing this team to-do tab over here in this one main page. You can track client funding as well. You see how much funding you got, for example, which should be hopefully bigger and bigger. You can see all the different client portals that we've opened up as well and just log in. You can add team links as well. So we have a lot more right here that we give our clients inside of Credit Coach Academy. This is literally an entire done for you build out. We install it in the business. We provide all the links. We train them on how to use this software and how they can use this to onboard clients, manage clients, etc. So we have even more for social media, more resources for clients, for company, and all that. But that's basically how we kind of run the backend system for our clients inside of a funding offer. So that is the entire breakdown for the backend system for funding coaches that want to scale past 7 figures. So what I'd recommend now is to go back throughout the video and try to implement some of the features that I showed you inside of the video. If you want to start to add your new company hub, creating a team to do, maybe utilizing some of the portal features inside of Notion as well. This will make managing your business so much smoother. It will get your time back to focus on the things that allow you to make more money. But if you want to skip all the trial and error and all the time it takes to actually put this together, and you want us to done for you install it in your own business, and you want us to teach you how to use it, you click on the link down below. We can talk about my Credit Coach Academy. Inside will help you with the entire business in a box install. Will mentor you for the funding process, getting these clients great results, and scaling your business to newer and higher levels right here. So if you're interested in that, click on the link down below and we can hop on a call. But otherwise, I hope you appreciate this video and how transparent it is. And now you can get a lot of value as to what your own backend system can look like. And now you can take it away. So if you like these kind of videos, please drop a comment down below if you'd like me to make even more just like that. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.